Behind Dutch Headlines, the who, why, and how of politics and media.
Hey, it's me, Greg Shapiro, the American Netherlander. Here's what you need to know to join the Dutch conversation with this week's special definitive Sinterklaas episode. Let's start off with the Dutch News.nl top 3. Privacy Committee recommends that the Dutch government do more internet spying. More internet spying? Gotta keep up with the Americans. Dutch employment study finds over 500,000 people have over 2 jobs. Sissies, 2 jobs? I got like 5. One of them is Come See Delete Zwarte Piet Niet at Boom Chicago, ends on 5 December. The definitive Sinterklaas episode, and the headline, a crisis of confidence in the Netherlands. After the Dutch credit rating was downgraded, now Dutch society as a whole seems to be coming to terms with an increasing amount of publicly racist comments on television. It seems the Zwarte Piet debate was just the tip of the iceberg. In the past weeks, the use of racist humor on television shows in the Netherlands has become too frequent to ignore. Gordon on Holland's Got Talent went viral by bullying a Chinese contestant, number 39 with rice. Daphne Bunskoek read a joke about lazy Zwarte Pieten being whipped on the boat ride home, and Jack Spijkerman talking to black television host Umberto Tan, calling him, "You're black and you're dumb too." But it's also this portrait of the Dutch foreign minister responsible for international diplomacy casually posing with Zwarte Piet in his own office. Better cancel my 2:30 with Nigeria. And the icing on the so-called racist cake, the Negro email. A young black man from the east of the country was denied a job at a Dutch electronics store. Why? Because they said he's black and he doesn't know much about computers. How can we tell? That's what they actually said in this internal email, because they hit reply all. And since he got it himself, he made sure that he forwarded it to literally all. In other news, there may be progress. Traditionally, the week before 5 December is Sinterklaas Central. Sinterklaas and Zwarte Piet appear all over public ads and marketing, but this year, there might just be a conspicuous absence. In the Cross Loterij, here's Sinterklaas with his helpers, in this case, snowmen, but no Zwarte Piet. McDonald's has a paper noten McFlurry with pepper noten, and rooftops, no Zwarte Piet. Sisi, the drink, depicts Zwarte Piet as an orange. No Zwarte black face. Could it be progress? Well, maybe it's a trend. Even Albert Heijn has encouraged kids to dress up an orange like Zwarte Piet. But some people still need to remind you that he's black. Why does Black Pete need to be Black Pete? For the Dutch to celebrate this holiday. It's something, and I've been living here a long time, but finally I think I might have put my finger on it. Why can't we have a traditional Dutch-style compromise, a pragmatic solution? Why not just soot on the face? If he's supposed to be black from coming down the chimney, then maybe soot would be enough. But Dutch people just aren't going for it. Why is it? Is it that Dutch people are secretly racist? Or is it another secret thing about the Dutch? More than a holiday, Sinterklaas is a play. And it is for the kids. But here's the thing, while some families might have enough money to hire a bunch of actors to play Sinterklaas and Zwarte Piet, most people don't. And this play is performed at every level of society. Your family, your school, your football club. So, why are Dutch people so reluctant to change the blackface? It's because it's a cheap way to keep from being recognized by the kids. Sootface might not be enough to keep you from being recognized, because kids, close your ears. Zwarte Piet is not really Zwarte Piet. It's your uncle, it's your teacher, it's your football coach. That is something that we need to keep. Now, we need to change the appearance of Zwarte Piet, but let's not have it be too radical. It needs to be something that is cheap, that keeps you from being recognized, and is not too much of a big change. So, do we have some alternatives? Yes. In fact, we have a few. To help us with these alternatives, let's go to our Brussels correspondent, Wietse Pieter van der Gaast. Wietse Piet, does Zwarte Piet need to be black?
No, he doesn't have to be black. First of all, orange is the new black. Second of all, the original story of Sinterklaas leaves enough room for interpretation. Yes, there's a story about the chimneys. And yes, there's a story about Sinterklaas coming from Spain with his Moor/Negro helpers. However, the authentic story of Sinterklaas is about a bishop who was living in Turkey and who, because of his great love for children, was declared a saint. And saints in those days were portrayed with small devils or small demons at their feet. Third point, in order to be unrecognizable, yes, shoe polish is one way to go. But trust me, there's many others. For example, which Pete am I?
Wow, okay, so Black Pete with a mask, Zorro Pete. Yeah, why not? How do you see the future of Sinterklaas?
Well, Greg, I see it as a challenge to Dutch creativity. And I think we can rise to the challenge. First of all, we have to recognize that having only black Pete's is offending a part of our fellow citizens. Second of all, unrecognizability is key to keep this family play low budget. Third point is, the authentic story of Sinterklaas leaves enough room to be creative. If we go for the little devil, little demon angle, and if you think about the success of series like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the Twilight series, and how small kids love that stuff, there's plenty of ways to go. So the challenge for all of you out there is to find your Pete look for 2014.
So there you have it. Combine Halloween with Sinterklaas. Wietse Piet, dankjewel. We hope you enjoyed this definitive Sinterklaas episode, and as mentioned, why not have an updated Sinterklaas as well? He's got to have the red and white hat, but why not have it be a sort of updated hat like so? There we go. Thank you for watching. Thank you to all of our sponsors and partners, and tot volgende week. We'll see you next week. Thank you very much.
Behind Dutch Headlines.